You are listening to the Spiritual Health Experience.
Hello again, and welcome to How to Manage Difficult Emotions at the South Wall in Dublin, Ireland. Most of us, from time to time, can become overwhelmed by difficult emotions. We are often lost in thought. We get engulfed in misery and sorrow. It can become a repetitive loop of negative thoughts that lead to nervous emotions and that leads to anxious actions. But with practice and training in mindfulness, we learn to break this loop. It won't happen overnight, and it needs to be done regularly. If you do practice regularly, then it can be a go-to tool to cope and handle a situation that might bring on the negative loop. I can't emphasize enough how important this is. It's the difference between torturing yourself unnecessarily for hours or possibly days to just minutes, or when you practice a bit more, seconds. One thing we never think about this practice is, what does this mean for your loved ones? People around you, your spouse, siblings, your children, friends and co-workers. We've all been there in the presence with someone who's in a mood. And what does that do to us? It can make us walk on eggshells, avoidance, and even resentment. So what do we do instead? When we enter the loop, we have the tendency to push away or resist these feelings or emotions. But this seldom works. So, we try the opposite. We try to embrace these emotions. We investigate it.
Yeah. There's one like that now as well. It's a different one, but they've read there.
We call this the inquiry. And by doing this, we just take a little step back and just become an observant. And that's a start. Acknowledging it. Acknowledging the discomfort right here, right now, teaches us to be present and to experience the present moment more often. Which is what we want to do, to live in the present moment more often, because it's all we have, to be connected to this moment, good or bad. So hopefully you can see that meditation is not just about making you happier. It's about improving the lives of everyone we come into contact with. I really feel we need to ponder this a bit more. So as we begin this walk, I want you to bring to mind something that has been very stressful for you lately. It can be anything really. An argument you may have had with a loved one, or a co-worker, or something you said to someone, or that's something that someone said to you. And just contemplate some of the strong emotions that are accompanying the stress in your life. It might be anxiety, fear, grief, or sadness, possibly even anger or rage. And as we walk, just take a few moments to settle into your normal walking rhythm. If you are seated, just note your points of contact with your chair. Now let us bring into our conscious awareness what emotions are here. Whatever's here, let's just give it some space. We're not going to try fix it or solve it. We're just going to observe it for what it is, an emotion. We're just going to be with it. So without going into the story attached to the emotion, just give the emotion a name. What does it feel like in the body? What sensations can you feel? If this is too much for you, just go back to concentrating on your breath. But if not, just stay with this for a little while. Just practicing this can illustrate that you actually have more control over your emotions than you might actually think. It can cause discomfort and it may feel uncomfortable, but it's giving you back control of your emotional state. So let's just take a deep breath in through the nose and slowly out through the nose. And notice the ground beneath your feet.
Hello.
Notice the motion of walking. Bring to your awareness of what you can see. Notice the different colours that appear in your conscious experience. Is there any tightness in your shoulders, neck or jaw? Just bring your awareness to these places and see if you can relax them just a bit. If negative emotions are still appearing, just pause and acknowledge them. Take a step back, give them a name, see how they feel in the body, and as we did before, just be with them. And as we come to the end of the video, I'd like to thank you for spending this time with me and congratulate yourself on trying to improve yourself. Please like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and maybe share this video with somebody who you may think it might help. And until next time, thank you very much.